Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the Den. So, this is my review recap, guys, for BMF Season 2, Episode 5, Moment of Truth. Yes, child, we need some truth. We got to break it on down, okay? So, of course, Meech and Terry is on their way out of town. They going to do what they got to do. And they stop by Mr. Jericho cousin, honey, as they should, and give him the ass kicking that he damn needed because he really thought he had somebody fooled. In the meantime, we got, Denise scared up in here because Brian telling her, we know you down with the Flannery boys. You better speak. And Monique busts up in there and say, let me speak to my client, okay, unless you want to break the Sixth Amendment. Meanwhile, Brian really needs to be worried about his damn son who's getting bullied and walking out here with no damn shoes. And the chief is coming down on them saying, hey, y'all ain't doing y'all damn jobs, okay? So, Miss Lucille, like I said, child, goes away. And, all of a sudden, Charles was talking about we ain't got time to pray, but he had time to play. All of y'all was telling me how Charles was solid as a rock. Oh no, he's a stand-up guy. He ain't gonna cheat. Black men don't cheat. Well, I guess, Charles didn't get the memo because we see what he was out here damn doing, and Charles is trash, okay? And I got a trash bag to put his ass in, and Mabel could go in there too, set them on fire, send them downstream. That's what the hell we need to do. Now, when they get back home, poor daggone Nikki, freaking soul left her body. Her heart was in her stomach. She was about to go into the damn bathroom on herself because Lamar over here knocking at the door. And Lucille had to say the prayer of her life, y'all. She had to call on the Lord. Thank God that helps her, child. This is hot daggone mess. Let's go ahead and get into this episode, take it from the top and talk all about it. So, of course, y'all, like I said, we start out with Meech and Terry, we got Terry narrating, and we also see that he is saying one taste of the game and you never lose the sensation, okay? And we getting a flashback to when they little kids, they riding, having a little family trip. Of course, it's like, are we there yet? Every damn minute. And of course, oh, I gotta pee, I need to do this. We fighting and all of that, and they tell them to cut it out before, Charles say he going with both of their behinds. But then, Miss Lucille go ahead and put on some music, and we gonna start singing the daggone song and just having a funky good time. And we transition to Terry and Meech as an adults, and they're hearing the song on the radio saying, damn, we haven't heard this since we was kids, And so they rocking and they rolling and reminiscing and all of that. And what I'm saying? We got to roll up on Cuz and let him know we ain't forget. He had the nerve to be chilling and just the smoking. He really thought that Meech and them was never going to come up on his behind. I'm trying to make it make sense. So now, in the meantime, we transition over to Dagon Denise. She's in the interrogation room, Jen and them swearing that they got her. They like, yo, we could get you a lighter sentence. You know what I'm saying? This is a 650 liter state or whatever the case may be. Just talk to us. And they was like, if you get caught with drugs in any other place or whatever, that could be 20 to life. And so, of course, Denise is looking shook. And he was like, your dumb ass got caught with 3 keys, which is 3,000 grams. So he was like, that mean you ain't never seeing the damn light. We already know that you drive with the daggone Flannery boys. Just tell us what was going down and maybe we can help you. You help us. And then she's just looking like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the heck y'all talking about, but he over here trying to cut her off saying, tell us what we need to know. And as soon as she said, Monique was coming through that damn door, okay, she says, I need to talk to my client. Brian talking about who are you? She was like, unless you want to disregard my client's Sixth, Amendment right, I suggest you get the hell up out of here. My client has a right to counsel. Denise looked like the breath came back in her body and she could just basically, breathe for a minute, and they go ahead and step out. So, Monique go ahead and sit down or whatever, and then, Denise is asking, are you my lawyer? And she was like, no, but I do work with McLeese M&M firm, I think. And Denise was like, I don't understand. She was like, well, I could tell you one thing. One looking at your case, I could see that you probably wouldn't get that much jail time. She was like, I have some friends or whatever. So she was like, are your friends covering my fees? And she says, of course. You know what I'm saying? So she says, if, we look over for your son or whatever the case may be and provide you with everything, that what you need, then you do what you're supposed to do. And so she was like, everything will basically be paid for and it'll all go away. And so, everything will be fixed or whatever, right? And they may offer some time, but it won't do that long. And so she says, here's my call me, let me know, what your answer is. Now, in the meantime, like I said, Jerry Curl cuz think he just relaxing, honey, smoking on back. And they get to waxing on that ass. Meech is going off on him, beating the crap out of him. But after a minute, Terry had to say, come on, bro, you over here bleeding. They go ahead, of course, and take the keys to the car and get the hell up on out of there, He lucky they didn't kill him. They just gave him a behind whipping, all right? Now, they go ahead where they going, and Lucille is basically telling Charles, of course, about this daggone retreat and how she feel like, with everything going on, they need this. And he's basically saying that at this point in time, he ain't trying to pray, especially after the way she behaved in church last week. She over here checking his daggone guitar case to make sure he don't still got no damn magazines up in there. Of course, he done listened to Pastor Swift and moved them on out of there, right? He got a new spot, she looking confused, and then she like, oh, well, maybe he did listen and get rid of them, right? And Lucille was looking good, I may say. She's a beautiful woman. Now, Meech and them is talking about how much they got and what they got to do or whatever the case may be. What's the next thing they going to try to get into, how they going to make it out of here or whatever. And Meech sees a book on the floor and basically throws it out the window. And Terry's like, yo, what the hell? I need that shit. And Meech is like, boy, if you don't stop worrying about some damn school, we got bigger problems than that now. Worry about Denise and whether she going to take our offer or not. And so he was like, even though they try their best to run for their past or whatever the case may be, it always comes back on them, and they always know that they, basically going to end up going down that road. And of course, we seeing that they are in it now in Atlanta. Now, back at home, Lamar is basically Debo. Lamar is Deboing everybody, to just walking up on people, and he ain't even got to pull no gun out, nothing. They just handing over their money, they handing over their chains, they handing over whatever the hell he want. They like, I don't want no problems. And Lamar's just smiling, collecting and going to get him something to damn eat. Okay, the only thing he say he missing is a lady. How he got time to be worried about a lady right now, I don't know. So Meech's numbers basically here in Atlanta now. They gonna head to meet up with they guy, and everybody that Terry see walking past, he like, damn, everybody looking like damn Huxtables out here, whatever the case may be. And so they sit down, and of course they telling them, K9 is good, but of course this drought is having a daggone effect on them, so they ain't getting nothing. And they done came down here to him, and they hoping he can help them out and give them something that they can work with. And he was like, man, right now I can't really do that. I can't afford to front y'all, whatever, and be getting paid less. So they like, well, I know it got to be something that we could do, and Meech was basically saying, come on, I looked out for you the last time I came all the way down here. I made sure you got paid in Vegas. And so he tells them about some guy named Pint that they may be able to go to, and supposedly he's a magician, okay, that could turn one bird into two. And Terry is basically like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, And then Meech is saying, give him a chance, he's the real deal. He was like, you sure? Because this sure enough sounds like a fairy tale to me. I ain't got no time for magic tricks. Just tell me where the dice games is at. So he's asking him, are you a stick-up kid? And Meech is like, hell no, he just trying to shoot the shot and build the bank. So he like, okay, well then, if y'all serious about it or whatever the case may be, then I think I know where you need to be. So in the meantime, Charles here packing up Lucille and them things inside the damn van, saying bye to Nicole. And, you got the damn guitar girl coming up talking about, Charles, you ain't coming. I thought you was going to come because I had some music to show you. Lucille looking like this the whole damn time. So he's saying, no, he ain't going or whatever the case may be. And she was like, oh, wow, well, I guess I'll show you when I come back and we have rehearsal. He like, okay, good. Lucille all walking up, making sure she put that extra sugar on it. And she giving Charles and her the looks as she's walking away, honey, because she was still trying to tell Charles, like, oh, she's in good hands, as if he was worried about Lucille. Damn, Charles didn't give a damn. So as they walking away, Lucille turned back and said, I said, yeah, Lucille, look at him, look at him. So they get over here, Meech and them is in the strip club, okay? Girls, girls, girls everywhere. And baby, it was hair everywhere too. They were showing every damn thing. And Terry and them said, what the heck is going on, okay? They bucket naked up in here, you know, everything is out. You talking about titty ball. So Meech was enjoying it, you know. He over here just cheesing and smiling and looking. They was like, man, these girls ain't got no damn clothes on at all or whatever, you know, same thing. So Meech talking about some give me a second, just trying to stand there and take it all in. And Terry was like, man, get your damn mind out the gutter. What the heck is wrong with you? Like, focus or whatever. So he was like, well, you need to stop with all that, you know, family shit. You act like Wanda's the only damn woman in the whole world or whatever. But he was like, I ain't gonna lie, on some real shit, Wanda's probably the best girl that you've ever found. So he's like, yeah, well, what about you and your two baby mothers or whatever? So he was saying that Lori is okay, you know what I'm saying? She holds it down. But he was like, Mo is still stressing on, you know, that Lamar shit. So Terry's like, well, what exactly is she stressing over? I said, maybe the fact that he damn beat the heck out of her and Meech got shot the hell up. But we found out something new. He actually was like, don't tell me that Mo is playing in her nose again. So apparently Mo has a damn history of doing the little sniff, sniff, booger sugar. And he was like, come on, yo, that was a long time ago. It's not like she hooked on it or anything like that, right? Her and Lamar used to get high back in the days together. I said, okay, Meech, I hope you know what I'm saying, know what you're talking about. And so, you know, basically he was like, you know, he really don't understand what's going on or whatever. And he was saying it's hard to tell people, you know, sometimes shit just happen. So he was like, wait a minute, one tab Terry. He was like, let me find out you out here stroking it up. Who the heck is she? Tell me, okay? He done caught on that he's slipping and sliding outside. I said, yeah, he ain't gonna tell you who it is though, because he know you gonna be mad when he find out that it's damn boom girl. So he just started laughing, talking about some, oh man, come on, you know, me talking about who's the lucky girl, and he talking about just come on, man, come on, you a dickhead, and hitting him and laughing or whatever. So they go ahead and call them in the back, and we get the introduction, okay, to Miss Goldie, you know, as they go ahead and walk back there. They got to pass by all these guys in a bar, and there's a game going on in the back. And she's basically standing there telling this guy, like, you know, because he's telling her, oh, put your money where your mouth is and all this stuff, trying to talk crap to her. And she was like, you know, oh, yeah, she walked up on him, was like, I already told your ass, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say that shit again. She was like, you know, lucky for me. You ain't going to say lucky for me. I don't take orders from a bitch. She popped him right over the damn head and said, get this silly ass out of here, you know? She was like, every Friday you come in here with your drunk ass mess, you know, acting up. She said, get the heck up out of here, right? And so she said, silly bitch. So Meech coming up talking about, oh, you know what I'm saying? What's going on here? So she like, what are you staring at? He like, I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? I never seen a woman hold it down like that. Much respect. He said, especially smelling good. And he was trying to, you know, go ahead and kiss her hand and be gentlemanly. Okay. She said, flattery will get your young ass nowhere up in here. Okay. You know, who the heck are you? She was like, I could already tell that y'all not from around here, especially with that rat tail shit hanging at the back of your head. You know, I'm Goldie. I run this shit. So he was like, well, we, you know what I'm saying, coming in from Detroit. She said, oh, I thought Atlanta had some country ass niggas, you know, her and me just laughing or whatever the case may be. And so she was like, well, welcome, Detroit, welcome. So, you know, Terry talking about I want to buy in and all of this stuff and play the dice game. So they was like, well, you know, you may want to hold on. This might not be a speed joint and all this stuff. But Goldie was like, hey, they want some action. Give him some action. Give him what he want. Give him what I'm asking for. So Terry go ahead and throw down the money, talking about it's a 7,500 roll. And they was like, all right, you know what I'm saying, what you hitting on? Let's go. So they standing there complaining that, you know, he holding the little dice a little too long. They like, you know, come on and place your bets and let's get it going. Let's get to rolling. So Meech just standing there looking at him, and she, you know, Goldie asking, you want me to blow on it for some luck? So Terry go ahead and blow it on it himself. And they said, if you hold the dice any longer, we gonna die. And, you know, he goes southwest all day. But, you know, he loses. And so they was like, oh, I guess, you know what I'm saying, you out of here. And then Meech is saying, what the hell, man? What are you doing? He was like, you freaking, you know, I shouldn't have listened to you. You over here losing. So he was like, nah, it's something with them dice. He was like, that's why I was feeling them. He was like, they trying to run some shit. So he's asking him for the rest of the money. And he's like, yo, nah, you ain't getting the rest of the money. You crazy? So he's like, come on. He was like, we got to do this. So anyway, they argue back and forth and they end up walking out because He don't want to give him the rest of the daggone money, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I done hit this damn camera, child. I'm about to knock the whole daggone thing over. Give me a minute. So in the meantime, oh freaking Mabel come walking up in the kitchen. Hey, Charles. And he, oh. And you know, I didn't see no point in sitting in an empty house. I figured I'd come over here and do some work and keep me busy, and I'll be done in, you know, a few days. So she asking him, do he want something to eat? And he like, nah, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? So she talking about, well, I appreciate how nice y'all been to me since the divorce, and if you want to talk, I'm here. So he was like, you know what, I think I'm going to call it a day. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't make you upset. He like, oh, no. You know, I'm good. So she, you know, he said it actually relaxes him and help him to keep busy and to be out the house, and he needed distraction. So she said, well, I'm having some party over Saturday, you know, Saturday night. I'm having a party, some people coming over. You should come on over. I already seen that you know how to dance. So, you know, you need to get out. And they both giggling and all of that. And Charles over here clearing his throat, and he says he'll think about it. I said, Charles ain't shit to think about. The answer should have been no, okay? But we talking about Charles, so we know how it's gonna go. Now, in the meantime, Brian here at the station, and Jen comes in and says, you know, someone is here to see you. And it ends up being daggone Brian's son. He walking in with his freaking socks black as I don't know what, okay, looking like he been walking for blocks and blocks and blocks. They done stole his damn shoes. So he's like, yo, what the heck is going on? He was like, you know, oh, I just, you know, his son tells him he just decided to walk here. So he was like, yo, you got to stand up for yourself. You got to fight back. You cannot just be letting people whip up on you however the hell they feel like it. He was like, you know what? Never mind. He said, I'm going to end up putting you in some boxing or some karate or something. So his son was like, nah, Dad, I don't want to do that. He was like, you keep trying to make me do things that you want to do. I'm not you. I was surprised that Brian actually was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He let it go. He was like, I understand, and he gave him a hug. But he did say, I'm going up to that school tomorrow to talk to them. You know, his son going to talk about something. No, I don't want you to do that. He was like, you still always got to push, even when I say no, and do it your way. Your way is not always right. I guess he didn't want him to go because he didn't want to feel like he a tattletale. And at the end of the day, if the guys get in trouble, then more than likely they would still probably end up coming after him again once his father leaves, right? And so the whole time Jen is in the background, you seeing her through the glass like, so the last time that Brian looks over, he sees her and she ends up walking away, right? So of course now he gonna be worried about his son. Now, moving on from that, you know, we seeing Lamar at this restaurant. He getting free damn food. The guy is shaking while he putting the food down, scared to even knock over the damn soda, telling him he got his burger, his chili cheese fries, his pop. So his cousin talking about some, where's mine? He was like, you ain't give me no money. He was like, he ain't give you no money either. Oh, well, his food is free, so he don't have to. So, you know, of course, Ashley Larry talking about, yo, you big time now. They just bringing you whatever you want. You know, you in this. But Lamar said, nah, I'm still missing something, okay? I still don't have a sweetie pie. So, you know, everything is not all right until I get the love of my life. You know, they talking, he's asking him what he gonna do when the Flannery boys come back or whatever, right? And he was like, as God is my witness, you know what I'm saying? I ain't leaving this earth till I get damn meat, all right? That's all that's on his mind. Of course, we have another guy show up and spilling out all his money out of his pockets. They still looking like, I know it's more. I know it's more. I know it's more. And every time they say, I know it's more, he basically dropping more out on the damn table. I say, yo, they really got the whole damn place shook up. Okay, well, not they, but damn Lamar do, all right? And he's talking about, you know, there, but it ain't no fun so that I can, you know, because I have my queen and he got all these dragon chains on and everything, all right? And so, of course, we know that he was going to end up showing up to damn Monique house like if she would really want his behind again. Now, in the meantime, you got Meech and Terry having this discussion where he telling Terry, like, listen, we supposed to be dead. We could have been dead. We should have been dead. Both of us, but we here. So it got to be a reason. You know what I'm saying? God did not keep us around for nothing. And he was like, I know it sounds crazy, but basically we can make it to the top. I believe in me. I believe in you. You know, he's saying, Terry says, you really think that this is what God's will is for us? And he was like, I just believe in myself and I believe in us and what we could do. And so he was like, you know, he don't make no mistakes. If we done been through worse shit than this, and if we made it all the way through that, then we can make it through anything. You know, sounds plausible, right? So he was like, you know, we gotta go ahead and do what we gotta do, and we gotta change the game. So he pick up the phone and basically go to make a call. Now, Detective Brian come to the school and they was not trying to pay him no mind, give him no respect. They talking about, I'm sorry, I'm busy, I got a conference call. He was like, look, I gotta talk to you today. She talking about, well, maybe after school. So he started telling her, well, y'all not gonna do nothing about my son. He's basically been getting bullied. He's been freaking getting his shoes taken and all this different kind of stuff, comic books and all that. Well, he actually said cartoons, and his son corrected him and was like comics. Now the boys that's bullying him come walking up. So of course when she's asking, you know, is this true? He don't want to say nothing because they standing right there. And she's like, without him admitting it and telling us that that's what's happening or us seeing it, it's really nothing we could do about it, right? And so Brian just walks away frustrated like, yo, all right, enjoy your day of school since you don't want to say nothing. And of course the boys is looking, smiling all cocky and stuff. For a minute I thought Brian was going to go over there and slap one of them because he had looked them dead in their face. And then when they walked into class, his son just looked like he really scared to go walking in there, y'all. And I feel like all of this is going to either lead up to possibly his son getting hurt real bad, or them showing us that that gun was at the house, his son going there with that damn gun one day. I don't know. But in the meantime, you know, Brian has some other ideas up his sleeve. We will get to that in a minute. So Terry and Meech is over here on this campus and they like, yo, this is really all black. It's on and popping up in here. Like, we like this. You know, Terry is saying this could really make him want to go to college for real, for real. You know, they saying, I'm surprised. So he was like, yeah, I'm surprised y'all came all the way up here, whatever. And they like, yeah, we told you, man. So he was saying that they was, you know, he was going to give them his info, his address, so they could come through. And Meech's phone starts ringing, and so he tells him to go ahead and give it to Terry. Now, when he get on the phone is Monique, and of course, she's smart enough to know certain things we don't talk over the phone, so she just was like, yeah, that client is trying to take that deal, okay, but you got to be coming through and giving them what you need to give them in order for them to do that. And she's asking him when they going to be back, and he's like, I don't know, I'm trying to figure that out and work on that now. And she said, well, trust and believe, you know what I'm saying, the same way that I took care of that client, I could take care of myself, and basically hangs up the phone on him. So I said, okay. So now, you know, we get back to Brian, and like I said, the captain is coming in here pissed off. She said, you know, y'all basically bullcrapping, Brian. You and Jen haven't brung one damn thing up. So she was like, Timmons, you up. You know, the whole arrest with Denise did not hold up. Her daggone lawyer done stepped in or whatever, and basically, you know, was able to get her like a plea deal. And they're like, you're kidding me, no way. And she was like, yep, she's eating all the charges. So she was like, you know, if y'all don't take care of this, because in the meantime, even though it's a drought, the drug thing is still escalating, and it's basically making them look bad, and her ass is on the line. So she was like, you know, he's talking about, oh, well, we just need to push. What's the big deal? She was like, yeah, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you do that? She was like, instead of sitting around, you know, with you and your partner doing nothing. So she say Timmons is up, which was Mr. You know, Purple Rain, according to Brian. So he get up and he come walking to the front, and he basically starts saying how, of course, it's Big L, right, is missing. We know where Big L went, right in her lips. So, of course, K9 is now a person of interest. Okay, we looking for him. He's their biggest person of interest. Lawrence Kennedy, a.k.a. K9. So they basically say he also could be involved in a shooting that was at a gym. We know, right? And basically at a Dairy Queen last week. So it's no, of course, eyewitnesses, nobody reporting nothing. So, you know, Brian is like, all right, well, what's our theory? And the captain is like, your theory is to get your asses out there and get to damn work, okay, before we ain't got no damn jobs out here. We gonna be guarding the damn food line in a minute. And she go out pissed, right? So now they talking and saying, I can't believe that, you know, Denise is basically taking a plea. They was like, oh, the Flannerys must have got to her fast. So, you know, Brian was saying he got a lot on his mind, but he was like, never mind. And she was like, nah, never mind my ass. We said we would be open with each other. And he was like, well, that was about the job. She like, nah, that's not about the job. That's about everything. If you over here stressing about things in your personal life, then that affects us out on the field. You know what I'm saying? I can't have you distracted with your son. So he looked at her like, excuse me, and she was like, I mean, I couldn't help but see the interaction you was having with him. So he was like, now this conversation is really over, because what you not going to do is be in my business about me and my son or whatever the case may be. And she was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. She was like, I'm telling you something that can help your damn life and save your ass. So, you know, he was quiet, you know, Brian, she seems to be able to get through to Brian. She starts telling him a story about her sister, how she had this guy, you know, of course, he was an abusive asshole or whatever, and she had made her promise not to tell her parents because he was a white guy. And he ended up killing her, basically. And, you know, he beat her to death. And she said that's a part of the reason why she became a cop in the first place. And he was like, oh, man, that's a tough one. You know, of course, no witnesses came forward and nobody helped. So, basically, she was saying that, you know, nobody looks like us is there for us or whatever, right? And so, you know, of course, he was basically saying he's sorry to hear that or whatever. And she said at the end of the day, you know, taking garbage off the street is one thing, but if we can't even make the world a safer place, what the hell is the point if we can't do nothing for the people that we love? And so he was like, you know, you right. And he was like, his wheels is turning in his head. He coming up with a damn plan, right? So he say, excuse me, he needs some time. She said, go ahead, take the time you need. I'll see you when you get back, right? So, you know, he got head off to leave. Now, in the meantime, child, Lamar really thought he was going to knock at Monique's door and everything was going to be cool. He talking about something, I just want to talk. I come in peace. I would never want to hurt you. Monique had that gun up ready like, boy, if you don't get the hell up out my face. You know, he talking about something, I never hurt you, as though. She said, bitch, you already beat me in front of my damn daughter. I had to send her away. She's scared of you. You know, he talking about something. He want to see her. She like, she ain't here. So he going to talk about, oh, you got to get her back. It's so important. You know, he over here showing her the damn bag that he got, talking about, yo, I'm all messed up. I can't even get it up anyway. I ain't trying to come here for no sex. And she was like, even if you was, your ass would never touch me again, okay? So he was like, you know, I survived for one reason, and he got a second chance and all this stuff. And he want to be with his family. I said, Lamar, what damn family, child? So she was like, nah, you know what I'm saying, we good or whatever. Now, in the meantime, he trying to tell her, oh, you can't send her away. It's important for kids to be near their mothers. When his mother died, he was never the same again and all this other stuff. And, you know, trying to make it all dramatic. And she looked like she was falling for it for 2 seconds. I said, Monique, don't fall for it. You know, she turning her head this way like she thinking about it. And he telling her something, you know, just wait a minute. Just think about what I'm saying, okay? Think about what I'm saying or whatever the case may be. And she just went ahead and shook her head and closed the door. I said, yes, ma'am, that's what we gonna do, okay? Shut the damn door right in your face. Now, B. Mickey trying to sit here and smoke, and here comes Dan Brian banging at the door. So he like, this nigga right here, okay? He go and open the door for him, and he like, yo, please leave me the hell alone. Meech and Cherry jetted. They not here. Nobody ain't saying shit. I don't know nothing. Brian was like, okay, that's fine, because that's not what the hell I'm here for anyway, okay? And he turns around and look, because he was like, I'm here for something else, all right? He got another plan that he got for damn B. Mickey rat ass. Now, moving on along from there, Meech and them get over, you know, I think this is their cousin or their friend or whatever, and they meeting up with him, and basically he's supposed to know where this person, you know, Pint was at, right? And be able to have the connection. This is the one that took them to the college and now telling them to come to his house. His house was pretty nice too. I ain't even gonna lie. So, you know, they getting a little tour around the place, telling him that his place looked good and all of that. And they introducing him to the guy. He in the kitchen. cooking up something. They talking about what's going on, how you doing, all that. So they get in the living room, and he's like, what really brings you to the A? Like, tell me the truth. I know you ain't drive all the way down here for no damn architecture. So Meech is telling him, like, yo, we really need, something as simple as it possibly could be. Right now we need to talk, cop. We need to get tapped in. We, got into a dirty dice game. We in foreign territory, you know what I'm saying? So we need to know what the heck we could do and land on our feet and get a connect and get the heck up out of here because old boy played us or whatever. So they was like, we was basically told that, is a dude named Pint or whatever that could whip up something, make one into two. So now, of course, he looking directly at the guy that's over here doing Baker Man in the kitchen or whatever, and he's like, come on, man. They talking about some, you running from the train trying to ask different questions, and he's like, yeah, trust me, I get that, but you still need a cop. So he's like, well, you know what I'm saying? I went and asked you. He was like, come on now. He was like, something about them getting like at least 10 keys. He was like, with this drought that's going on and everything. So he was like, shit, man. T. He was like, this boy really trying to play games with us because, oh boy, acting like he don't know what time it is. And he's like, basically asking them questions about the bet and was anybody else in on it and all of that. And he was like, well, weight is at premium right now. So he was like, either, is in God we trust or bust. So he telling him, you got to be able to manage it or whatever. And he was like, I'll see what I could do about finding the pine guy. Meanwhile, the pine guy is right there in the damn kitchen rolling up damn dough the whole damn time. So they basically was like, he also saying he quit the game and he was like, I worked too hard for me and mine. So, he kind of trying to play Meech and them like he don't really know what's going on. He can't be a help right now. He would have to get back to them type. And they know he bull crapping them. Now, in the meantime, Charles get over to the damn party, honey. And of course, Miss Mabel's so happy to see him. She coming over here hugging him. Like, oh, I didn't think you was coming. He said, yeah, I didn't think I was either. He what made you change your mind? He said, oh, I just felt like I need to blow up some steam. Oh, well, you in the right place for that. So they get to dancing. Mabel trying to grind on him and all this and that. He bumping, having a good time, just a smiling and shucking and driving, okay? And he was basically asking for some water and she come and giving him a damn drink. And he was like, I don't drink. She talking about, a little sip ain't never hurt nobody. You ain't going to turn into an animal off of one damn drink. Or, if you do, then I will go ahead and calm you down and bring you back down to earth and bring you back down to reality. I said, yeah, okay. And then here come this other lady rubbing all up on damn Charles behind. I said, what this about to turn into a freaking threesome? Talking about some, oh, Mabel, thank you so much for bringing this one over to him. We hit the jackpot with this one. I said, excuse me. So Charles looking real uncomfortable and Mabel was like, maybe we should step outside for a minute for some air. So they go ahead and walk outside. Now, in the meantime, Lucille already back home. You would think Charles would be on his way to pick them up from church, but no. Charles up here bumping and damn grinding. So Lucille is telling Nicole to give her a minute, and she's saying she want to talk to Sister Guitar for a minute. She want to ask her some questions about the damn bake sale, but of course it wasn't about that. She over here stopping her to ask her, tell me the truth, be honest with me. Are you sleeping with my damn husband? And Miss Guitar said, no, I ain't never did nothing with your husband, girl. Are you crazy? It's not that type of party. And Lucille was like, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? Don't lie to me. I'll be seeing how you be in here throwing yourself at every damn man in the church. And she tells her, look, I did some things I'm not proud of in my past. I went down, you know what I'm saying, a road I shouldn't have been on. But she was like, at the end of the day, ever since I came back to the church, I've been on point. And no, absolutely no, I have never been with your damn husband. And I guess Lucille could tell that she was telling the truth. And I said, Lucille, instead of playing Detective damn Gadget and asking everybody questions out here in the street, you need to be going home and asking Charles what the heck is going on and rolling up on Dame Mabel ass, who sat right at your kitchen table pretending to be your damn friend, okay? Seemed like everybody trying to throw a damn Charles weight up. So, she basically says she make mistakes, but now she trying to be on the up and up. So, you could tell Lucille felt a little embarrassed about even asking her about it, and she did apologize to her and say sorry, and then, go on to take her behind home. So, now in the meantime, you know, you got Goldie going home talking about she all good. Ain't nobody gonna roll up on her. She getting in her car. But soon as she got in that damn car, Meech and Terry was on that behind. Okay, you had one on each side. She talking about what the hell. And he said, no, sweetie, you move too slow. Get your hand up off of them. Let me see where I can see them. Okay, they both had their guns out on her. And they was like, yeah, I guess Detroit niggas ain't the slow ones, you know. So she asking them what they want. We want our money. What the heck you think I want? You know, she talking about some, you want my money, you want my purse. They was like, no, we just want a chance to win our money back. So she was like, well, I ain't running no game tonight. They was like, yeah, well, I'm sure you know where is one at. So she was like, as a matter of fact, I do. She was like, you know, this is the A2L. So basically, ain't nothing for free. They said, we know that we got you soon as we get ours. You know what I'm saying? So she like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear that. She said, well, then there is a game. You know, it's basically in Bankhead. I said, okay. So the guy's name, you know what I'm saying, Mike. We gonna go see him and it ain't no cute shit or whatever, you know. So they say, okay, we down. So she on her way to take them there. Now everybody went home from this party, but Charles' ass is still there, okay. She talking about some, you know, oh, Charles, it's okay for you to have a good time and let loose sometime. You deserve to treat yourself and feel good and all of that. And he talking about some, well, thanks again. It was a good one. And she like, you know, you don't have to rush home. You can still stay here with me. And here go Charles, kissing all up on her, rubbing her, throwing her up against the wall just to give her 3 damn pumps, okay? And then pull them damn pants up and walk away looking like a damn dumbass puppy. And she over here cheesing like, got him, okay? So, you know, he go ahead or whatever and leave after that, child. Now, we see Meech and them at this game, and the guy's getting mad because Terry is actually winning. He's saying there's some fake and phony shit going on up in here, okay? I know some frauds. When I see him, I knew it was something funny when y'all first came walking in here. He said, if I find out you two is together and y'all trying to play games, you know it's going down. You better go ahead and roll again, and if you don't win, everybody gonna be getting their heads damn chopped off. And you know, Goldie, I ain't messing with your ass either. You know what I'm saying? Stay the hell up away from me. And so Terry go ahead and basically, you know, they check his dice or whatever and they give it back to him and was like, okay, let's see what you got. No, you know, matter of fact, they threw it down because they were saying those dice is funny, and they gave him another pair of dice and they said, you better still keep winning. So, you know, so I'm gonna kill both of y'all basically. So Terry looking at them and, you know, Meech looking or whatever, and they was like, you know, and F you too, Goldie or whatever, and Goldie looking like, you know, excuse me. So Terry go ahead and he like, okay, Southwest all day, and he makes the shit. So now the nigga's really mad. He start tossing shit everywhere, talking about, oh shit. And the Goldie start laughing. He mad. He want them to get up out of here now. You know, give them their damn money. Let them get the hell up. And then, you know, Goldie come up on him and say, now you stay away from me, because don't ever question my damn integrity. You know what I'm saying? You know who the hell I am. So, you know, now they done made them a whole bunch of money, and they was like, that's it, get them the help out of here, get them their money, and you know what I'm saying, let them bounce. So they actually, you know what I'm saying, made their way through that. Now in the meantime, Charles over here washing dishes and grinning and smiling, freaking having flashes and memories of being up in their Mabel ass. And who should be home but Miss Lucille? You know, she said, hey baby, I know things been crazy lately and we both been under attack. And she was like, me going on this retreat was good. It was wearing on our souls, and I realized that I didn't think about you, baby, and how you must have been feeling and the attention that you needed. And I just want us to get our groove back. And Charles over here, and she like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, it's just been a long day. And she's like, well, it ain't that long, baby. The day ain't over yet. And he was just like, oh shit, right? So he like, and then basically go walking off, and she looking. So we basically see Meech and them, you know what I'm saying, get back over here to homeboy. They got the money. They like, yeah, you feel me? All right, we up in here. Where's the stuff? They get here. The stuff looking a little late, okay? This ain't what we thought it would be. We thought it would be twice this. What the heck are you playing games for? So in the meantime, the guy on the couch keep cutting his eyes, cutting his eyes, cutting his eyes, cutting his eyes. They like, yo, stop playing with us, yo. Obviously, you pint. You the one that give us the double for the trouble, okay? You know what I'm saying? We got the money. What's good? Like, why y'all playing games? We see you over here watching everything and being in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to play us. You gotta be the freaking mad scientist. So he's basically like, well, you know, oh, well, I see how y'all came through and y'all made the money and y'all did all of that, so y'all must be the real deal. But he was like, I'm going to need more than that. That ain't going to cut it. So basically, Meech is telling Terry to give him the keys to the car and the pink slip. Basically, he wants him to give him the car because they don't have enough money. Terry's saying, hell no, give him your damn car, okay? Why the hell you going to volunteer my car? Like, I hate your damn ass, okay? So, nonetheless, they got to go ahead and do what they got to do. Now, Charles' raggedy ass, y'all, goes and takes a freaking shower. Say it ain't so, y'all. Goes and takes a freaking shower, comes in here to his wife, kissing on her. You about to do her raw after you just finished doing Mabel raw. You don't know what the hell Mabel could have. And he had the nerve to come up in there and give Lucille ass 3 pumps too, y'all. I said, I'm freaking done. You would have think he could at least last longer since he already gave Mabel 3 damn pumps. You sorry, raggedy ass, trash ass Charles, okay? And then turn over and lay. Yeah, okay, Charles. So anyway, you know, homeboy is in there basically to, you know, of course, teaching them how to cook up this crack. You know, Terry asking them what the heck is the blueberries for. He like for muffins, okay? So he tells T to get to whipping. He teaching them how to do this, and this is going to be how they are able to stretch this and make it work and make, you know what I'm saying, the money that they want to make. And Meech is just over here cheesing and smiling up. Now, the boys that was basically harassing and bullying damn Brian's son is walking through. B. Mickey comes up to them like, you know, you, whatever the hell his name is. And he like, yeah, who want to know? And B. Mickey was like, leave Kevin Bryant alone, and waxes that ass, okay? He was asking B. Mickey, what you going to do? It's 3 of us and 1 of you. And B. Mickey said, I'm going to tear you, okay? 2 by 2. Anybody else want anything? Now I said stay your punk ass away, alright? And of course they basically had my Adidas playing while he was beating his behind. So, you know, Terry and them was eating, you know, Terry and Meech is eating while the guys is playing the game. And he says, well, it seems to me like you back in, right? Should I say that you all in? And, you know, basically Terry is like, yeah, I am, all right, BMF, I'm back. I was never really going. I just stepped out for a minute, but I'm all the way 100% back in. And, of course, he was just like, you know, I'm down, and ain't no running from it. I always knew that this is the road that I was supposed to be on. By me having to come here, you know, I see that this is the place I'm supposed to be. And of course they saying womb to the tomb, okay? So Terry's back, okay? Like he never left. Now, we got Lucille over here making this apple pie, child. You know, she hearing a knock at the door. She feeling all good with them 2 pumps she got from damn Charles' ass. She telling Nicole to go ahead and answer the door, but Nicole ain't come down, and I'm glad it wasn't Nicole. So she like this, child, and she go open the door, and he was standing there, but Lamar talking about, you know, are you Meech and Terry's mama? And she's like, yes, I am. So he's basically like, your boys hurt me. They hurt me real bad. Lucille said, well, let's pray. Okay, I don't know what else to tell you. Ain't nothing else I could do, but I could take it to the Lord in prayer. And he at first was saying, nah, I don't need to say no daggone prayer. And he holding on to the gun. But she was able to grab his hand and pull it and just start to tell him, you know, the Lord said he will guide us and hold us and keep us, okay, dear Lord. You know, you told us that vengeance is not ours but the Lord. And, you know, hold over this young man and keep him guided and, you know, heal him and make him be able to have his life and protect my, you know, boys and all this stuff from everything that they've done. And so he just looking at her like she crazy the whole time she going. In the meantime, Terry is telling Meech, why the hell would you sit here and get a damn red ass rental and you got all this stuff making it mad, obvious. And he's like, yo, I got what they had available or whatever. And he like, stop worrying about that damn car because I'm going to buy you another car. And we got Nikki calling Terry on the phone like, yo, that guy that, basically killed Darius is here at the damn house with mama. And he like, what? What? He like, Meech, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. I said, well, Terry, I get you running home. Yes, your mama, and I get you being worried. But at the end of the day, you really wouldn't be able to do nothing because y'all all the way in damn Atlanta, child. And, this is why they wanted to have somebody watching the house. But of course, you had Charles talking about nobody wasn't gonna watch his house. Okay, he was gonna watch it, but he busy next door watching Mabel. So Lamar's basically here, and she's praying for him and saying, heal this young man, watch over him, guide him, let him know that you are there for him, okay, and you got him covered by the blood, all right, and his pain is not in vain, and you don't plan to leave him nor forsake him, okay. She hit him hard, okay, let it be revealed, and let you forgive my boys and all of that. And so Lamar is actually looking, and she was like, what they did was awful, and you know what I'm saying, they've hurt, it's not okay that they hurt people, and they said, dear Lord, we calling on you and hope it's not too late for him. So, to see the salvation through you in the mighty, mighty, mighty name, okay, amen, amen, amen. So Lamar ends up walking away, okay. Lucille said a prayer, child, that touched his soul, okay, and then she was shook as hell and hurried up and closed that daggone door and was thanking God that she gets to see another day. All right. Now, Terry says choosing the right path is not easy, and that, dealing with these things, you don't think about how it comes to your loved ones and how they're forced to get on this path, even if they're not ready. All right. And that was basically how the episode ended, y'all. I don't know what y'all think about all of this. What do y'all think about all of this, child? What y'all think is going to happen next? What y'all think is going to be going down? Of course, I guess this means war between, Meech, Terry, and daggone Lamar. I mean, it was already war anyway, right? So the war matters will continue. Are they still going to be dealing with K9? They also got to worry about Boom. There's a lot happening, y'all. Is Charles behind about to get caught? I hope so, okay? But anyway, y'all, like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Till next time, y'all.